Welcome to Living on the Cheap and Trying to Figure Out. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe down below and hit that bell button so that you will be notified every time I put out new videos. I know I've been away for most of the summer. I had a very good reason. It was summer holidays. Not freezing. Anyhow, I'm going to apologize now because the train goes by my house every 5 minutes. I apologize. I'm outside. Actually, I want to show you a video. It is already about 21 degrees Celsius. I have no idea what that is in that. Maybe I'll figure it out on the computer and comment below and tell you what it is in Fahrenheit. But the smog has rolled into Vancouver from the north. We've been having a lot of forest fires, tons. It's actually been the worst for forest fires in BC history ever. And if you look around, I'm going to show you real quick. Can't see anything. You see anything? Yeah. You don't see the sky. That's not a cloud. That's smog. That's just smog. Smog, isn't it gross? So, I am filming... Oops. Bring that back. I am filming outside, but because of my health, not doing any exercise, not doing anything outside. Did I show you that I hung my clothes out? Probably shouldn't have done that either, but I actually unplug my dryer so that it can't get used in the summer, only in the winter. So you're probably asking, what have you been doing for the last month and a half? I think that was my last video, was a month and a half ago. Not a lot. I think my husband's going to come in and start talking to me because he does this every time I'm videotaping. Anyhow, I decided about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, that I was going to take a little bit of a break from video making. I try to keep up a little bit, not really, on other people's channels that I do watch, and kind of, you know, take it easy with myself. There's been a lot of health issues in my family. Without going into too much detail, my father has cancer. My aunt is kind of, we're just waiting for the end to reach. She's been doing this for about a month now, and every time she gets very, very close, dire close, like you were told in a couple days, and then all of a sudden she gets a lot better. As better as she can get, I should say. I shouldn't say she's healed or anything like that. Anyway, so that's been going on. Also, two of my closest cousins have throat cancer as well. So there's been a lot of health issues going on in the family. Usually I'm the sickest one, knock on wood. That is particle board made of wood. That I'm usually the sick one and nobody else. So this is kind of weird that I've been the healthiest this summer. But now that fall has come, this is usually the time when I get sick, and we'll see how that goes. Being that there was so many sick people, I decided that I was going to spend some well-deserved time with my youngest. Because, you know what, they're only kids for so long. You know, you only have about 15 to 16 years where they're really totally yours, and you can drag them around, take them places, and they, whoa, he scared me. Did you see that? Where they totally enjoy your company. And so I thought, I'm going to do this. So we spent quite a few days at the beach. I don't know if you can tell I have a tan. Can you tell? Probably not. Yeah, I sunscreen like crazy. I use nothing less than SPF 60. Yeah. And yes, this is a tan. So we spent some days at the beach. We also did some local activities. It is Canada's 150th birthday this year. Yay, Canada! And so we got a park pass. You can get them free if you're a Canadian. Just type it, Google search Canada 150 park pass and see what it gives you. But anyways, back in the spring they were handing these out, or even before the spring probably. And it would get you into national parks for free, because the national parks you actually have to pay to get into, even if you're just there for the day. So if you were camping, you still have to pay for your camps, but you're not paying the entrance fee. So a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago told me they also let you into some other national museums and things. So I thought, national museums? Do we have a national museum? Like, I have no clue. Well, I ended up taking my daughter to a cannery. We visited the outside of this cannery quite frequently. If you are a fan of the show the show Once Upon a Time, seasons 1 through 5, I believe, maybe 6, is filmed in Steveston, Richmond, Canada, which is a hop and a skip and a drive away. It's not that far from where I live. So my daughter loves to go frequent Steveston because it is filmed in for the show's filmed there, and she likes to go to a cafe on the show. It's called Granny's Cafe, but in real life it's the Cannery Cafe. The inside does not look like anything on the show, but the front is, and the outside is all the cafe. And they actually have something called Henry's Special. Henry's a boy on the show, and it's a hot chocolate and grilled cheese. And so she has to have this. So we did that, and we spent the day at the cannery. And I was shocked. She actually enjoyed it. I didn't think she would. You know, kids in museums, not always their thing. And this one was all about back in the day and how they did the canning of the fish. And the Fraser River is a working river to this day. And it was, they have a cannery right on the river there, and how the men would actually, nothing's done on conveyors, nothing's done automated. And they actually had to use these hooks to hook the fish out of the boat to put them inside. And then, so like on a bin, and the bin would get carried, like on reels, and get carried up inside. And then they'd have to hook that to put onto a belt, a single belt, to take it inside, further into where the person is chopping off the heads and the fins and the tail. And then it goes on from there for the whole canning process. And they actually list off all the different fish that are found in the Fraser River, which is awesome. There was some fish I had no idea. I knew that there was a lot of salmon and different types of salmon, but there were some other fish that I really had no idea was in the Fraser at all. Also because the cannery is kind of near the opening of where the Fraser opens up into the Georgia Strait. And so they do get some, or they did, I should use past tense because this is a historic museum, it's not a working cannery. They did get some, like rock cod, lingcod, saltwater fish, because the Fraser River is mostly salmon. Down on this part where I live, all the way to the opening, is all brackish water, so you get a mixture of different types of fish, which I had no idea. I thought it was just salmon. So to me that was interesting. And then there was these phones, like these old-fashioned phones that you could hear conversations of people talking about their job on that machine or on that part of the process, and talking about, you know, things that would happen, like fires that would catch on the drying machine when they would make their smoked salmon. And it was just interesting, actually. It was quite interesting. So anyways, if you have this 150 pass, it's free for multiple things. The two things local to me was the cannery, and there's a fort in Langley. But my daughter didn't care for the fort. She had been with school, and she's like, nah, I don't care for it. So I'm like, you know what, I don't really care for it either. I've been too many times, I guess. Which is kind of unfortunate when you're the second kid, because you don't do, as a parent, I'm noticing now that I'm not taking her to the things I took my first, which is kind of unfortunate for her. So we also took her to the Honeybee Center. If you have a Honeybee Center near you, or a honey collection center or something, they might go by different names. Here, there's one out in Surrey called the Honeybee Center, and it's awesome. It actually educates the public for free on how the collection of honey is done, and the different types of honey, and why there's different types. A lot of people don't realize this. True honey flavors are not flavoring added to the honey. It's the bees collecting the pollen from those fields. So like a blueberry honey would actually have a hint of blueberry taste, not a strong taste. And it's because the bees were on a blueberry farm, and how they're collecting the pollen from the blueberries, and so hence the flavoring. Anyways, it was super, super interesting. And so Linda said that on her bucket list, you know, 12-year-old with her bucket list, has always wanted to eat honeycomb. And they had a brick of honeycomb for $20. So we bought it. And I'm like, I've never eaten this. I had even had to ask the lady at the store, you know, can you eat this like regular honey? Like, what do you do? And she's like, well, there is wax in there, hence the honeycomb, right? And the honey is actually really good. It's great honey. But the wax is there, so you chew it, chew it, chew it. You can swallow it. It's not harmful at all in small amounts. Like, don't eat the whole honeycomb. But some people chew, and they find they could just never swallow it, so just spit it out. It's not a big deal. And so Linda's been enjoying that quite a lot, actually. And so, yeah, that's the few things that we did near the end of the summer. Linda did join me on a race, and because of the heat, and we've been having a lot of the smog on and off, I haven't been able to train. Let's just forget about the excuses. I have not been training, period. I've been walking, but I have not been running. And so there was a 5K race in Vancouver, and it was a fun race. They actually handed out mini donuts and churros, and at the end you got decorated mini donuts, and you got a medal, And we got headbands instead of t-shirts this year, which was kind of actually a good idea with the heat. Because last year they gave cotton t-shirts. Not a good idea in the heat. Nobody wants to wear cotton. Bad idea. So she actually ran the whole thing with her cousin, which I was shocked. And I walked, so I was, of course, the last one in the family to cross. But that was fine. It was all good. It was actually good that I walked because I got more than one finishing donut. I got 3. And my daughter, because she was, near the crowd, near the beginning, or not beginning, but the middle of the crowd, when they finished that, they're only allowing people one fancy donut. And by the time they get to the end, they still have 10 trays. They're like, take as many as you want. So I got 3. And so did my husband. He walked with me. And my daughter was jealous, so we each gave her 1. So she ended up with 3, and we ended up with 2 each. But yeah, so we did do some fun stuff with her, and I hope these memories will stay with her forever. We did go to what's called the night market here in Richmond, and it's actually taken from the Chinese night market in China, where all the vendors come out and they close down the streets and they sell their wares. Well, instead of closing down the streets here, what we do is we actually have an area that they lease, and they're there every year during the summer. I think it starts late spring all the way until October, I think, maybe late September, I can't remember. And so we went and did that. You do have to pay to get in, but we went with another family, and it was like, I think it was like 7 tickets for $25, and there were 7 of us, but they didn't charge any of the kids, and for some reason they missed grandma, so we only paid for 4 adults on this 7-ticket pass, so we still have 3 more tickets. We can go again, and I think we might do that, because I think it might be only open for a couple more weeks. And yeah, so we had a lot of fun. And actually, the night market, we don't buy a whole lot of stuff, but what we do is eat the food. The ethnic food is like to die for. It's awesome. So I want to thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing while I have not been putting out new videos, and I promise I will be putting out new videos from now on. I'm going to try to be doing it 4 times a week. I'm a little bit late with today, but my future videos I do have a budgeting one coming up to talk about my budget, to talk about my fails for the summer, because I did not write anything down. I did use the envelopes, but I did not write anything down that I spent. So, and I was stealing from other envelopes to make things work and stuff. So yeah, that will be an upcoming video. And thank you for watching. Please stay tuned. Again, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell so that you know when new things come up. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Talk to you soon.